Hey guys, welcome to the last set of notes for Chapter 8. We're going to be talking from Lesson 8-4, and it's going to be multiple representations of functions. And today's date is 3/25/19. Now, what we are going to be working on are some word problems. So the good news is you have little questions that you can cut out and glue down into your composition notebook. Saves you a lot of time. So I'm going to do the same thing. So we're going to talk about words and equations. Words and equations. Okay, so let's focus on words. So words, you need to explain what math happens to the input. Equations, we're going to use numbers, operation or operations, so it could be one, could be more, variables, and an equal sign or an equal symbol to write a function rule. So the function rule is going to be an equation. Okay, so I'm going to pop in a problem. Hold on just one second. Okay, it says in a science report, Mia finds that the average adult breathes 14 times each minute when not active. Write an equation to find the total breaths B a non-active adult takes in M minutes. So what I'm going to do is take this and break it down to the most important part, and that's going to be our words. Okay, so Mia finds the average adult breathes 14 times each minute when not active. Write an equation to find the total breaths B a non-active adult takes in M minutes. Okay, so in words, we have the number of total breaths equals 14 times the number of minutes. Okay. So now we're going to use the variables that they shared with us. And it says the number of total breaths is B. So in the equation, we're going to have B. And then it says equals 14 times the number of minutes. So that would be 14M. And remember, 14M means the same thing as 14 times M. Okay? And that's all we have to do is we have to take the actual problem and we need to translate into words. And then from the words we can write our equation. So we've got a second one coming up. Hold on. So go ahead and make sure that you've glued down number 2. And it says a mouse can travel 8 miles per hour. Write an equation to find the total distance, D, a mouse can travel in 8 hours. So really where I'm going to get the big part of what I'm going to talk about is in that second sentence. Write an equation to find the total distance D a mouse can travel in 8 hours. So in words, the total distance equals 8 times the number of hours. Now you might say, wait, where'd that come from? Remember, it says it can travel 8 miles per hour. So distance is going to equal 8, which is miles per hour, times the number of hours. Then I'll get miles equals miles. Okay. Now, we don't know how many hours this is going to go on, so this is when we do our translation. And we get the total distance, and they said that's going to be D. And then we're going to have equals, and then 8 times the number of hours, and they told us H. So there's your answer. D equals 8H. Okay? All right, we've got one more, but of course, this is the doozy. So I'm going to go to my new screen. You might be able, I don't know, this is a pretty big one. I think you need to do this on the other page, on another page. So I'll see you in a sec. All right, here we go. Now this one's going to ask us, actually, hold on a second. I forgot I wanted to put a title on this one. So on this one, we're going to be talking about tables and graphs. So we're going to be representing our function with tables and graphs, whereas in the last one we were doing it with words and equations. So there's your multiple representations. So we're going to do tables and graphs. Okay, so on this one, it says, while in normal flight, a bald eagle flies an average speed of 30 miles per hour. Make an equation, or write an equation and make a function table to show the relationship between the total distance D that a bald eagle can travel in H hours. So I'm just going to kind of highlight a couple of things that I think are important. Speed of 30 miles per hour. We have a total distance D, and we have H hours. Okay, so I'm going to take that and write my equation and say distance is equal to 30 miles per hour times the number of hours. Okay? All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and fill in our table to represent this situation. So I'm going to just pick easy numbers. I'm going to pick the numbers 1, let's do 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to substitute into our formula. So we have D equals 30 times 1. And that equals 30, which then becomes our distance. And what we're going to do is write it together as an ordered pair. So input is 1, output is 30. Then we're going to continue, but this time we're going to substitute in 2 for H. And 30 times 2 equals 60. So our number 60 comes over here, into distance. And then we're going to write our input and our output as an ordered pair. So we get 2 and 60. And then 3, we're going to have distance equals 30 times 3. Which equals 90. That's our output. And we put them together as an ordered pair. And we have 390. So what they're going to ask us to do now is to graph and then analyze. So graphing is pretty straightforward what we're going to do. Analyzing means we have to interpret what we're seeing. So here's X, here's Y, This is hours, H, and I'm going to turn sideways, and this is distance, D. Actually, what am I talking about? I'm going to fix that one. It's in miles, because it was miles per hour. Okay, so let's see. I need to get to 3 on the x-axis. So here's 2, here's 4. We're going to go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So I'm just going to write every other one. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. And then I'm going to graph my 3 ordered pairs. So 1 goes with 30. 2 goes with 60. 3 goes with 90. And so now what we're going to do is talk about what does the graph look like. Okay, so we're going to go analyze. And we're going to say, well, first thing, that looks like a line. So we're going to say the graph is linear. And we're going to tell them why we say that. Because for each hour of flight, the distance increases by 30 miles. Okay, and again you can see I go increase by an hour and I increase by 30 miles. And that happens the entire time. So we have a constant movement, 1 to the right and 3 up, and 3 places up. And those 3 places represent 30, because each place is 10. And that's how we get our answer. So there we are. Multiple representations of functions, words. We've got equations, tables, and graphs. All right, good luck with this, guys.